Welcome to Wordplay, 550 words you need to know. The stories you are about to hear are fictitious. Any similarities to characters real or imagined are incidental. The stories feature more than 550 words and idioms to help you improve the power of your vocabulary. We have included the new vocabulary words and definitions in the accompanying booklet, so you may check new words at any point. Each of these plays is presented in 4 acts. You will notice that the vocabulary gets more difficult as each play progresses, from the first to the 4th act. The new vocabulary words and idioms are reviewed at the end of each act. Now, we begin with Act 1 of Rambling Panthers. We bring you now to the locker room of the Rambling Panthers of Pembroke High School. It's the first game of the season, and the Panthers are behind 47-3 at halftime. Coach Groner is about to give one of his famous halftime pep talks. Listen closely for the words you need to know. When the word is used, you will hear the referee blow his whistle.
Okay, guys, keep your chins up, huh? We're only 40 points behind.
Coach, we're 44 points behind.
Perfect. No team has ever come back more than 40 points behind, not in the annals of American football, huh?
Do you mean the entire history of football?
This is our chance to make the history books. It's either the greatest comeback of all time or the most humiliating defeat ever recorded. Would anyone care to prognosticate?
We should really save our energy.
I mean, do you want to make a prediction? Take a guess. Heroes or goats? Huh?
Coach Groner, do I detect a tinge of sarcasm in your voice?
What do you mean by that?
Maybe we've let you down.
You didn't let me down. You let yourselves down.
We implore you not to raise your voice. Our friends are right outside the door.
You can plead for mercy all you want, huh? You won't get it from me, and you sure won't get it from the other team. You let their fullback score 3 times in the first quarter.
He sure has a voracious appetite for touchdowns.
And where's your appetite? Where's your insatiable hunger for touchdowns? Where's the fire in the belly, huh? Instead, you go through the motions of playing football like automatons, machines that don't care if you win or lose.
We care, Coach Groner.
You don't need to badger us about our attitude.
In the realm of football, there's such a thing as heart, you know. Once upon a time, there was an eminent football player known as the Gipper, and his team had heart. His team would cry, "Win one for the Gipper."
You certainly are steeped in the lore of football, Coach Groner.
I eat and sleep football. You know why? Because the game is replete with excitement and drama. It abounds with action, but not the way you guys play it. You guys would rather talk about it than play it.
Maybe we could try a different set of plays.
Is something wrong with the plays I've been calling? Huh?
Well, to some of us in the huddle, the play calling has seemed a little indiscriminate.
Now I've heard everything.
I think he means that you seem to be picking the plays at random without any real strategy.
At least that's the way we perceive it in the huddle.
Have you lost faith in your coach?
If one play doesn't work, you call another one that's more complicated than the first. If we can't pull off a simple play, how can you expect us to pull off a harder one?
Maybe we should try to fix the simple plays and keep running those until we get it right.
You might have something there. You're saying that I'm compounding the problem by coming up with more difficult plays, huh?
I've been watching how the other team does it. They have somebody in the stands with a radio transmitter. They watch what's happening from up there and then radio down suggestions to the coach.
We don't have that kind of technology at our disposal.
What about Greenaway?
Greenaway is injured.
But he can watch what's going on from up in the stands. What do you say, Greenaway?
It sounds like drudgery. I'd be bored out of my skull.
No, you won't, Greenaway. You're using your mind. It's like watching a chess match. You might be able to see what we're doing wrong, and you might spot the other team's weakness. When you think you've got something, wave your crutch in the air, and we'll send somebody up to see what you found out.
What do you say, Greenaway?
I say, let's do it.
That's the spirit. That's teamwork.
We can beat these guys.
Let's win one for the Gipper.
I'm afraid he's passed away.
Oh.
But win one for the Groner.
Go Rambling Panthers!
We'll return to the Rambling Panthers to see how they fare in the second half of the football game. In the meantime, let's review some of the words you heard during halftime. Words you need to know.
No team has ever come back more than 40 points behind, not in the annals of American football.
Annals are historical records, like a history book, in which events are recorded, usually in a yearly sequence.
It's either the greatest comeback of all time or the most humiliating defeat ever recorded. Would anyone care to prognosticate?
To prognosticate is to predict or foretell a future event.
Do I detect a tinge of sarcasm in your voice?
Tinge is a trace, a smattering, shade, or slight degree.
We implore you not to raise your voice. Our friends are right outside the door.
To implore is to plead urgently for aid or mercy. A synonym is to entreat.
He sure has a voracious appetite for touchdowns.
Voracious, desiring or consuming great quantities.
Instead, you go through the motions of playing football like automatons, machines that don't care if you win or lose.
An automaton is a robot, a mechanical person, a person who acts in a mechanical way.
You don't need to badger us about our attitude.
To badger is to pester, annoy, or nag persistently.
In the realm of football, there's such a thing as heart, you know. Once upon a time, there was an eminent football player known as the Gipper, and his team had heart.
A realm is a special field of something or someone, like a kingdom or a domain. To be eminent is to be of high reputation, to be outstanding, to stand above others in some quality or position.
You certainly are steeped in the lore of football, Coach Groner.
To be steeped is to be soaked, drenched, saturated, like tea is steeped in water.
Because the game is replete with excitement and drama. It abounds with action.
Something that is replete with something else is completely filled or supplied with it. On the other hand, something that abounds with something else has it in great numbers. Coach Groner is saying that the game of football is filled with drama because of the great number of action-packed moments.
Well, to some of us in the huddle, the play calling has seemed a little indiscriminate.
To be indiscriminate is to choose at random, without careful selection, and without paying attention to such things as quality or importance.
At least that's the way we perceive it in the huddle.
To perceive is to understand, to know, to become aware of.
You're saying that I'm compounding the problem by coming up with more difficult plays, huh?
To compound is to increase or add to.
We don't have that kind of technology at our disposal.
Technology is a branch of science that deals with engineering, applied science, and other related fields.
It sounds like drudgery.
Drudgery is unpleasant, dull, or hard work. Let's review once again the words you need to know, only this time you provide the definition. If you can, take out a piece of paper and a pencil. Otherwise, just say it to yourself. Use the pause button to take the time to get it right. Ready? Okay. Annals. Prognosticate. Tinge. Implore. Voracious. Automaton. badger, realm, eminent, steeped, replete, abounds, indiscriminate, perceive, compound, technology, drudgery. How did you do? If there were some words you weren't sure of, check the definitions in the booklet. Make a note of the words you missed and study them again. Once you have the confidence to use these words in their appropriate context, you are on your way to a better vocabulary and improved word power.